Legend of Total War here with part 66, I think, of my Hearts of Iron 4 Let's Play campaign as the Japanese. Alright, so previously we conquered Ireland, and we ignited a civil war in the United Kingdom, which doesn't seem to be lasting very long, wasn't particularly big. And yeah, we've also turned Poland fascist, but they can't be kicked out of Allies until their war is over. I don't think these guys here are going to last very long, so we'll just wait and see how that goes. Okay, I'm going to tell them to cancel this order, because it's not going to be worth it anyway. Instead, I'm going to tell them... Oh, bloody hell, they're already on their way. Cancel your orders. Yeah, just stay out there at the border. Yeah, come back to Australia. Oh god, where the fuck are they? Yeah, this is going to be over very soon. Can invite a faction in. What's the point? It's not going to save them. I just put me at war with the British Empire. I mean, with the United Kingdom and everyone else. They've still got a lot of factions in there. So we can see how strong they are. United Kingdom's not that much stronger than us ever since we started recruiting like crazy again. They've got apparently 65 fleets. But the thing is, like, how many ships are in a fleet? I mean, if I really wanted to, I could put each one of my ships in a fleet, and then I'd have over 1,000 fleets. That's not good. Of course, we're going to continue. Okay, now looking over here, these guys would have immediately been. They should immediately get kicked out of Allies. Because they're not at war. Essentially, the closer to January they get kicked out, the better, because they might just join Axis right away, which is not what we want. Can invite a faction. What's this? Syrian national state. Oh, but I'm not in this. Oh, hang on. This guy here. Go, go, go. I didn't realize this was happening so soon. Justify war goal. It's not an overly precious area, but I want it. We can easily re-establish ourselves back over here when the time comes. Yep. We don't need to be don't need to be boosting them anymore. Hopefully that'll happen quickly. Who else can we invite? Just a Syrian national state. Okay, we have shit going on in the Philippine Sea where they can't be supplied. This guy here needs to go somewhere else. Oh, I'll tell you what, why don't you come over here instead? Oh, shit. Alright, he should eventually get all of his guys there. In this way, it's like actually really useful to use these orders, because they just get everyone over there. I still don't really understand why they haven't been kicked out yet. So what's the speed? 0.3. Okay. Because we can beat Poland really easily. We just need to wait for, oh god, if this keeps up, if it goes beyond December, we'll have to cancel the justification. Because we don't want to go to war with the UK just yet. Wait, what are we getting out of Syria? I don't think there's many resources here. Well, there's nothing. No resources at all. It's just people, I suppose. About 2.5 million people. 2.5 million to 3 million people. Which, you know, adding that up to our 1.4 billion, sorry, 1.04 billion, that's not much. So yeah, let's improve relations with them. Maybe they'll get kicked out faster. Okay, one more month and then we need to cancel the justification if this keeps up. So this will be ready when? 13th of March 1955. Let me just see, what can I do about this? I can guarantee their independence. I don't care about that though. I want to declare war on them. I don't like these guys. Come on, get kicked out of the Allies, you piece of shit. I didn't convert you over to fascism for nothing. You owe me. They don't really, but just do it. This is the first time I've seen them hold on to a fascist state like this. Because they kicked out Syria pretty much immediately. The thing is, if I hold on to it, this justification, and it goes through, and I don't make use of it, I'll lose national unity, which we don't want. So we don't currently need oil. That's good. Where do we get all that oil from then? Well, that helps with the Super Yamato, Super Heavy class, whatever the fuck it is. We've actually got quite a lot of oil left over. It's not until 15th of January. We can cancel it right up until the 14th of January. Then after that, we're stuck with it. What resources do they have in Poland? Oh yeah, that's right, not much. God damn it, how long is it going to take for these guys to become Nazis again? I want to know if, like, it'd be hilarious if Hitler actually came back in 1954. We're still boosting the popularity here, in the hope that they'll get kicked out of the Allies. There's only a couple more days for that to happen. Kind of annoyed me that they just immediately switched over to Axis. I didn't get a chance to declare war on them. Alright, cancel the justification. It's not happening. And we'll just need to keep an eye on it every now and again. I could start setting it up again, but it's not going anywhere. Stop improving relations as well. Cancel the boost how much is it increasing by? 0.2. See, they're at just 52%, but these guys here are much higher than that, 57%. They're still in allies. Good, he managed to get all these forces here very quickly, that's good. Okay, just slow down for a moment. I'm going to give him these units here. And he'll just automatically assign them across that border. Just don't understand how this guy is still an Allies faction member. Alright, so let's add up all of the allied factions. So of course there's the UK. There's Belgium. Hang on, we can do it from here. Actually, what do we just do it from diplomacy? Where is it? Allies. So we got Belgium, British Raj. Okay, so not strong, very strong. Well, somewhat strong. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 factions in there. Which ones am I concerned about? It's really just the UK. And British Raj. If I hit the British Raj hard enough, I could beat them very quickly. Alright, everyone that we've got left here, I'm going to form a new army. 203 divisions, that's okay. This guy's not as good, it's alright. Where do I want them? Where are they going to be useful against the war against the Allies? Because I'm actually considering this now. He'll handle the last of the Asian settlements. We could put him in... we couldn't fit that many of them there. I'll need to split them up a bit. 267? So it wasn't that many. Oh, right. There were some that were supposed to go over here that were on their way and I cancelled it. We got 203. Because yeah, I'm seriously considering now going to war with the Allies. Okay, so what else do we need? Okay, if we are going to go to war with the Allies, there are certain things that we do need. Forts along here? No. We're just going to need some forces there to go and just take this immediately. What about coastal forts? Yeah, what does it matter? I mean, we're not. This isn't going to happen like right away. Because they'll do their naval invasions and it'll just totally fuck up. Actually, cancel that. Just put regular forts there. What's the difference? Wait, hang on. Can you have both? Because if you can have both, then I'll have both. If I put 10 in here, in Dublin... Yeah, I can have both. Alright, never mind then. Because I thought it might have been one or the other. Alright, never mind. It's all good. So yeah, level 10 forts all along here, because I reckon this is going to be the first place they try and hit. And we won't need to dedicate many units here, maybe just like one infantryman in every spot. And that'll tie up so much of their resources, if they do try to attack it. And then maybe some tanks along here. So I've got nothing else to do with all this construction, this stuff's not going to take very long to build. Probably some anti-air over here will also be useful. Oh, it's right for the whole province. Okay, that's easy. And we'll need an airport. Because we'll make our staging ground from over here. We've all got the goddamn same color. That's not good enough. Alright, so you can have blue. That's kind of similar. Yellow. And you can be purple. Alright. Well, I haven't given him any orders yet. So he's got the largest army, and I don't know what to do with him. Maybe he should be the one to take on... Yeah, he should take on British Raj. With all of these tanks here, he'd just annihilate them. Alright. The thing to consider, we can't just roll over Europe, because most of Europe is actually Axis powers. I actually really regret now pulling France out of the Allies. Because I really could have used this territory here once I gained it to operate against Spain. Then again, can I get military access? Because if I can get military access from them... I don't know, we'll see. Like, if they invade Sweden, who cares? Or Sweden and Norway. Like, there's some areas that just, like, don't even bother with trying to defend it. I could put one unit all along here, though. The thing is, putting one troop on every single coastal region is pretty much irresponsible. Still allies, what the fuck? If I was to stage another coup, it wouldn't be anywhere near as strong. What if it was communist? You know, I've got those kind of equipment, so it's not a big deal. I make that stuff like every couple of days. So why don't we have it happen in Wales? Or what about Midland? What's it? Scottish Highlands. Yeah, alright, fuck it. I just want to destabilize them as much as possible. Then that'll take 400 days to come into effect, but that's okay. We're still preparing. God damn it, there's a lot of communists in here. Could stage a communist coup. So yeah, we use him to take out the British Raj pretty much right away, just with tanks. We'll probably just blow right through them. This guy here, I'll justify him. Yeah, he can take on Egypt and so on. We can invade through Greece a little bit. You know, we'll be... Hang on, what if we had military access with the US? Yes, okay. If we had military access, that would make things a lot easier for me to just roll right over. Like Italy. Because the United Kingdom would be the last people we take on. Now, wasn't Venezuela part of the Allies? Because these guys have got shitloads of oil. And I can also use this as a staging ground against other South American nations. Now, the other thing though is that if we do take on the Allies, we will be wiping out pretty much every democratic country in the world apart from those that are in South America. I guess we'll wait and see. What we could do is maybe like leave the Netherlands, like not Netherlands, pick someone weak, like Switzerland maybe, someone that's totally worthless, and leave, like, just don't annex them at all. Just leave, like, don't accept anything, don't ask anything of them after the war, but take everything else. And they remain the sole leaders of allies, and then we just piss everyone off enough that they just keep joining the allies. See, all of this needs to be taken, because I think there's loads of rubber out this way, which I don't even need the rubber. There's some oil. Yeah, 800 rubber there, but I don't even need that. Now, when it comes to fighting the British Navy, I think the best option is just don't do it. We'll need to sneak into Great Britain somehow. Yeah, because either that or we just need all of our forces all at once in one specific area on the biggest friggin' invasion we've ever seen. They're still part of the Allies. I just don't understand. The thing is, what will happen is, I'll stop paying attention to Poland, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's just going to suddenly join Axis. That's even worse. Like this was really bad, because France is such a strong nation, and they've just joined with the Americans, making Axis even stronger. I'd much rather have taken them on as allies. But it will make dealing with the Allies a lot easier, and the UK does have better stuff, I guess. Okay, what I'm going to try and do is recreate the same shit that happened last time. Start a coup in this area here. Start a civil war that hopefully they join with the Axis powers. That Vichy France joins with them and supports them, so that we can get Vichy France back to being regular France, and I can go fight them in a weakened state. So we stage a coup, just make it fascist. Needs to be in this area though. The problem with this is that all of these territories are overseas. We'll try with Belgium instead then. It won't happen. Alright, fuck it. I don't know why. Let's focus on conquering Syria, the land that has no resources. Surely there would be some oil there though. Not that I need any more. What's the deal with you, motherfucker? Oh, I can actually turn it on myself. I didn't even know that. Huh. I could have just done it myself. Fuck me sideways. Okay, what are we doing? Canada. What about a mass invasion of Canada? Alright. Okay, let's do that. This is too many, though. You're going to do it. I don't know. Yeah, after you've taken Syria, you'll do it. He's just got a more mobile force. So we'll hit Canada, we'll roll over it. Yeah, I think that'll work quite well. Could potentially work quite well, because the thing is, the British Navy won't be here. They'll be in the Atlantic. Alright, so this will be probably about a month more, and then we can go take this on. So preparations are now being made for war against the Allies. We should be okay. I mean, if we took on the Russians when they were like outnumbering us 5-1 or whatever, we should be able to take on the Allies now that we're fully teched up. We've got super heavy tanks, we've got nukes, heaps of naval equipment, heaps of aircrafts, heaps of manpower. Hopefully it'll work. And if we really need to, we can go up to all adult serve. Which I really don't want to. See, all we have to do for that, for the war against the UK, is just do this. That national focus. That's obviously completely obsolete. Still an allied faction. I just don't really understand how that happened. They've got a fascist in the Allies. Right. So this will become available 13th of March, so just a few days away. I don't even think they've got any soldiers. This is just going to be a just instant rush to Damascus. Okay, so we've got some civilian factories now available. What are we going to do with them? Like, this here is about to get fortified to absolute shit. Of course, I don't have any soldiers here yet, but of course, we'll move them there eventually. Because like I said, this war is not going to happen today. This is a war that needs years of preparation. I don't need to worry about Japan too much, because for the UK to get over here is just not feasible. What about New Zealand? Well, yeah, we'll eventually invade them, I guess. I only need a small army for that. Am I converting them to fascism? No, I haven't bothered with it. What am I going to build with this shit? Build land forts. So what's those radars given us so far? Because we've been building up the radars, I think. Where? Could have sworn I built up... Wait, oh yeah, I did. Gives me intel on enemy troops. Right, so... I guess I've got some information on them. What else? I've got 5 radar stations here, and we can't see shit. Oh, hang on. Infrastructure over here hasn't been built. We'll just let that go for the time being. So the Greeks have got a lot of soldiers standing by this river, so probably just a couple of soldiers there. Just for defense, might be a good idea. We're gonna need land forts here. For them to cross over when those are built, it'll be suicide. I'll only need to leave like 2 infantry units a piece there. Which I'll set that up later. And then I don't know, maybe we invade that by sea. Because we're not going to be able to cross that either. We just need to make sure not to build forts in areas that they're going to capture really easily, because then I'm going to have to obviously deal with the forts myself. So for example, we're not stationing troops in here because there's nothing of real value. So putting forts along here would be silly. We're just going to attack from here and then squash them. So if they end up taking all of them, yeah, it's no big deal. Now, all of the victory points that the United Kingdom have inside of, mainland United Kingdom, or outside of it. If I was to take all of them outside of the United Kingdom, I don't think it would be enough to make them surrender, because London's worth 50 points. However, I could take these ones and then just nuke the shit out of London. Maybe just set up my guys from Brussels and just nuke them. I do think I should leave some troops in Sweden, just a few. Because it might be a good idea to let them land and then squash them. The problem is fighting in this area is just an absolute bitch. Okay, this war will start soon. Because I lost a lot of men taking Sweden, and well, lost a lot of men taking Sweden, didn't lose very many men taking Norway, I think. So, how are we going here? Okay, we'll finish with this. 44% Nazi party. If they were to join Axis right now, that'd be like the worst thing ever, because we're not ready for that. So all we need to do is just make it run straight for Damascus. I don't even think they've got any soldiers. Nope. Just a really weak state. Sure as shit don't want puppets. Okay, cancel your orders. No. Okay, we picked up a few factories from that as well. Like one. So hang on. What are we running out of now? We're running out of modern tanks. We've actually got the anti-air. So now we need more modern tanks, which let's have a look. Requires oil, which I don't have. I mean, the oil is the only thing I've got out of all that. So that'll produce 5 a year just on one oil. But the total need is 5,000. I'm going to switch production of this over to modern tanks. Oh, hang on. I have to actually cancel that. Even if we don't really have the resources. Okay, that's making one a week. But that would mean it'd take 5,000 weeks to produce our need. But don't forget also the production efficiency is dog shit. Okay, then in civilian factories, what are we doing here? Okay, we've got more land. We can build up some... I don't need the oil. I don't have anything else to build with it. I mean, I can build another factory, but what's the point? So, not a particularly profitable war. It was profitable, just it wasn't like, didn't make us rich. Alright, so now you need to click strategically redeploy, and you need to get to the worst region in the world, here. Now how long will it take them to get here? What's the supply like in this region as well? 123. Okay, it will supply them. Okay, we want to build some ports here. So that's the staging ground to get to Canada. Okay, then you. If you strategically redeploy here, the resources, well, we might just have enough, but then you get 203. Well, why don't you just move over here for the time being, and we'll see how it goes. Wait, no. That's right. I was supposed to send this guy doing it. So we get one front line. Okay, hang on. Trash that. Cancel that. Okay, instead, let's do it differently. few there. A lot here. Oops. So I'll have multiple front lines. He'll organise it. And then a few guys. It's quite a lot actually, 72 of them. Down here. And I'll micromanage other things later. Let's just get that underway for now. They're still part of the Allies. So any of the new recruits, I might just send a couple of them to Ireland. Because if that can tie up the United Kingdom's resources while we, I know, mop up their other factions, that could be good. How the fuck are we supposed to get to Switzerland if it's completely surrounded by Axis powers? I guess that's what we need the military access for. Which they won't accept. Get over Warplane Orange, who cares? Now we're still spreading a lot of stuff every day as well. So I should have guys being spread. Yeah, so they're coming over this way so they can get to Libya. Getting ready for World War III in the 50s. It would actually be quite good if during this war, all of South America basically just joins the Allies at some point, so that I can take this all without having to worry about America's guarantees. Because I don't think guarantees work if they're on the offense. How's this going over here? We've been spreading fascism for a while. Still nothing. I want to declare war on Ethiopia, but I can't get to them. They're completely landlocked. So there's mostly fascism here. There's no elections going on. Doesn't look like Lebanon have any soldiers. Alright, well the fight in Egypt will obviously go very well for us. It needs to be very quick because wherever their other soldiers are, they're probably in, you know, in the actual mainland Britain. That what we'll need to do is probably hit the UK at the same time as the as this goes off. So we'll need to fight them around the 23rd of February, which is next year, 1956. Okay, we got supply issues. Low supplies over here. Okay, we've sent too many. Let's have a look. What's the overall issues? Naval bases are limited. Is that the biggest problem? Ports in Dima. Okay, I can fix that. But in the meantime, there's obviously too many of them here anyway. Or you'll be redeployed elsewhere. Like, there's this over here. It's not really a big deal. Set up over here. So they should be going back, right? No divisions. Ah, stupid shit. Because we don't want them taking attrition. That just means more manpower used. Oh yeah, you. Forgot about you. You need to position yourself here. Our guy over here has almost made it to this piece of crap territory. Bases in low supply over here. It'll only be temporary, it's just because people are moving through it. So yeah, the war in the British Raj has to happen pretty much right, like, we gotta beat them very quickly. Okay, most of their forces are over this way, which means attacking them across this is stupid. What we should do instead is cut down here. And then they're cut off from their capital, which is... I don't even know where their capital is. Well, whatever the case is, and then we can squash in on them. Should be pretty easy. The majority of their forces being down there won't work too well for them. Okay, supplies have been fixed up. Okay, I want a handful of guys, because there's like nothing here. Don't justify putting that many troops for such a small area. We'll need this. Because we just need to hit them hard and fast as wherever we can. But we can't hit them in the actual United Kingdom. We just don't have the resources to do that. Okay, what's left over in Japan at the moment? 57 divisions should be plenty to send to Ireland. Under the command of someone that's not really that important. I'm going to promote him to Field Marshal. Oh, actually no, he doesn't need to be a Field Marshal. Oh, hang on, yes he does. It's alright. He's still in the Allies. Well, they're not particularly strong, so shouldn't be a problem. You... No divisions. Alright. Set him up over there. So we just need to roll over all of this as quickly as possible. How many resources left does Germany have? All of their good stuff was taken, or not all of it, most of their good stuff was taken by America, which they're not even making full use of, which I guess that's something to be thankful for. And now we wait. Wait for something interesting to happen. What was the date of this again? It's like January, wasn't it? No, 23rd of February. Okay, so that means we need to make sure that this is available to us on the 23rd of February. We want to hit them the exact same time as that civil war goes off, because while they're busy dealing with this, I want to wipe out the British Raj. Because then I'll have 203 additional, 203 soldiers, divisions, that can be dedicated to fighting them elsewhere. I mean, there's some UK territory down here full of some stuff that we don't really need. I mean, some of it's useful. Wait, how are we going with tungsten? I still got heaps of that left over, right? No, yeah. I got a little bit. Don't have heaps. What about New Zealand? I wouldn't even worry about them that much. Like, we'll definitely need to deal with them, but at first, if they go and invade Australia, who fucking cares? Like, I'll just come back and hit it. There's no way they've got anywhere near as many soldiers as Australia did. Okay, slow down. Let's see what we can build. Everything's been built up. Which means we really don't need... We don't need them. Okay, so if that's the case... I hate to do this, but I'm going to import some steel. I don't want to import it from... I don't want to import it from America, but I feel like I need to. That's just going to give them more factories. Well, I don't know what else to do with my factories, so I might as well just import some steel. Because that'll really help with my production. So they're not giving us all of our steel, but they're giving us most of it. Fine, whatever. If we still look here, we still need more than 1,000. What about Vicky France? They would have heaps of steel. closed economy. Oh, what a dick. So the free American empire has gone back to limited exports and no longer on free trade. Just drop it down by 1 then. So only 25% of their resources are going to the market, which means they're keeping 75% of their resources. Because they've got tons of it. We've actually got more, because we're on the same export focus, but we're exporting more. And we're exporting it to the goddamn Americans. They must be needing a lot of steel. Alright guys, we're over an hour here. What's going on here? Battle plans with no units assigned. Thought I had assigned these guys. It's alright. Easy fix. Okay guys, that's the end of this episode. So yeah, like and subscribe. Part 67 is next, and don't forget to visit me on Facebook. See you next time, fuckers.